Sa beach tayo. Beach.
Objectives.
Objectives. 2 teams of 6 players attempt to get the ball across the net using any part of the body above the waist, so that the opposing team cannot return it. A team is allowed to hit the ball three times in addition to block contact. To return it to the opponent court, a player is not allowed to hit the ball twice in a row, except when attempting block. The rally continues until the ball touches the ground, floor, or goes out, or a team fails to return it kapag the court or commits fault. Volleyball is usually played indoors. There is no time limit on game of volleyball, but they are set. So sa volleyball is wala itong ang oras na binibigay, but mayroon itong different set. Kumbaga ito yung mga ginagawa, or ito yung mga set na ginagawa ng volleyball player. A team will usually have to win 2 of 3 sets. So sometimes pag yung isang team or sa team A is pag nanalo sila ng 2 beses is nagkakaroon sila ng set 3, which is pag manalo yung set sa ikatlong panalos is sila yung mamuwin sa game na yon. Or for international and tournament games, usually 3 of 5 sets to win the game. So sa international na volleyball, usually is 3 or 5 sets sa kanilang win. There is a break of their 3 minutes between sets. The coaches may call the 2 30 seconds maximum time outs in each set. Players can be called to the side of the court for instructions. So yung players pag tinawag sila ng coach nila is bibigyan sila ng 30 seconds to instruct the players kung ano yung gagawin nila sa court. More complex rules. Rally point scoring. The team winning a rally scores a point. When the receiving team wins a roll, they gain a point and right to serve, and each player rotate 1 position clockwise. So, yung rally point scoring, ito yung when the receiving teams win, when yung kabilang team is mananalo, sila yung magkakaroon ng points, and sila rin yung magsaserve ng bola, which is bago sila magsaserve, magkakaroon na sila ng chance position, which is clockwise yung gagawin nila. The best of 3 or best of 5 games will win matches. It's non-deciding game will be won by the team that first scores 25 points with minimum of 2 points advantage. If there is a deciding game, it will be won by the team that first scores points with a minimum of 2-point advantage. This system is used for major competitions. Side out scoring. Only the serving team may score a point except the deciding game where rally point scoring is used. When the receiving team wins a rally, it gains the right game to serve, also scoring a point in deciding game. And its players rotate 1 position clockwise. Rotation ensures that players play at both the net and the back zone of the court. A team wins game by scoring 15 points with 2-point advantage and wins the match by winning the best of 3 or 5 games in the event of 16 and 16 tie. The team scoring that 17-point wins a non-deciding game with only 1-point advantage. In deciding game, play continues until one team is points ahead. So ito yung sasabi natin, yung side out scoring is within natin matches, which is pag yung both team is nagkakaroon sila ng same points sa pero commonly is nangyayari ito pag last set na nila. So if ever yung team at team B or both players is 16, then nag-tie sila, magkakaroon sila ng add 2 points, which is instead of 16 magiging 18 kung sino yung maunang team na mananalo or ma-achieve o mag-gain yung 18 score, sila yung win sa laro. Serving, the ball is served by the back right and player. See diagram across the net. So serving, ito yung pag-serve mo ng bola, which is dapat bago mo sa serving bola is dapat naka-release mo na siya. Court position of the front court and back court players. Their position of the 6 players, they're not the players numbers as they appear on their side. Number 2 or 3 and 4 are front court players. Number 5 and 6 and 1 are back court players. If the team in serving, then the player position become the server. After the side out, the players of the new serving team rotate one place in clockwise direction. The player from position 2 becomes the and takes up position 1 on the court. The arrow marks the spot where the serve would be made from. The player would serve and return to the court. The ball is served with the one hand, or open or close, and has to get across the net. The ball is thrown into the air with both hands and hit with either one hand or arm. Only one attempt in the serve is allowed. So, pag nag-serve ka is one attempt ka lang, which is isang beses ka lang mag-serve na sa team nyo. The team with the right to serve first serves at the start of set 1 and 3. The opposing team will serve at the start of set 2 and set 4. In a 5-set match, a coin will be tossed to decide which team served first and for the right to choose. And so sa set 5 or dito na yung magkakaroon sila ng matches, which gagamitan sila ng coins kung sino yung mang-uuna or makakahawak ng bola, which is sila yung mag-serve ng bola para ibigay sa kalaban nila. The server may move around within the service area and jump to make the serve as long as serve stay off the court. For major matches, there is a free zone around the court extending from between 2 to 5 meters, 6 to 16 feet from the side, and 2 to 8 and 6 to 20 feet meters from the ends. And the server is also not allowed to step into this zone while making the server. The service area extends back to limit of the free zone. However, the serving player can land inside either the court or the free zone after releasing the ball. Once the referee has signaled for the match to begin, the server has 5 seconds to make the serve. So, dito is, pag yung referee, nagbigay na siya ng signal, which is ginagamitan ito ng pito, or yung tinatawag natin, I don't know kung ano yung tatawag doon. Pag narinig mo na yung sounds na yun, then you have 5 minutes para iserve mo yung bola from your team to another team. Okay, next is, any player can receive the server, and one player can theoretically serve at 2.25 points. The serving would continue until the team lost service. If a player serve out of rotation order, all points gained in the sequence are lost. So dito is pag yung player or receiver pag yung serve ng isang kalaban or sa team ibang team is ma-out, is maaring makukuha ng ibang team yung score. and team long the position of the ball, the team must be back in rotational order before players restart. The receiving team must be able to see the server and the ball at times. The serving team must not block the view of either the server or the ball. The ball is allowed to contact the net during the serve. If the ball travels over the net between the antennas and ends of the opponent's court is illegal. So, pag yung bola is uh, nag-serve yung isang team, tapos yung bola, uh, sa net lang siyang umabot, so it's a good. So magkakaroon siya ng legal. Then or legal siya, then yung score is sa kanila pa rin magiging. Playing position. The team to serve first is decided by a toss of coin. So dito yung sa team nila is the team to serve first decide by toss. So pag magkakaroon sila ng toss of coin is the team to serve first decide by a toss. Kung magkakaroon din sila ng or magkaka-decide sila kung ito toss of kung sino yung maglalaro. The captain of the team which wins the toss can choose either to serve or side court. So pag yung captain, both captain is kung sino sa kanila ang mananalo, either sa team A or team B, maaari silang mamili ng kanilang gagawin either sa kanila yung court or sa kanila yung bola. Its diagram above the numbers mark where the receiving teams could be positioned, although the diagram is guide only. At the moment that the ball is hit by the server, the players must be in their own court. And in the lines, not necessarily straight, but two distinct lines. The back row, players must be further from the net than the front row players. Players on both sides remain in playing position at each serving until side out. When the team who is serving changes between set, it is a serving team who rotate players as according to the black arrows on diagram above. One plays clockwise, the team which loses the serve does not rotate. So dito, pag yung isang team is nanalo, then pag yung isang team is magsa-serve is magkakaroon sila ng rotation, which is rotation nila sa clockwise, clockwise yung rotation nila. The rotation order remains the same through a set and can only be a change at the start of a new set. Once the ball has been served, the players can be moved around their own side of court and play in any position. The reason the teams rotate is so that every member of the team has chance play in every position on the court. Substitution. Up to 6 substitutes may be played in one set. Any player who joins the game as substitute can only be substituted themselves by the player they replaced originally. Substitutes can only be made during break in play, timeouts between the set break, or when the ball is out of play, and with the permission of referee. So substitution, ito yung magsasub ka sa isang player, which is dapat ginagawa lang yan after break or yung after losing the ball ng kalaban. So ito yung isang player na naglalaro is isasub ng isang player na sa labas, which is siya yung maglalaro sa court. The libero, this player wears different colored uniform from the rest of the team and can be substituted in the back court for any player on team. The libero or free cannot serve, spark the ball over the net or rotate into the front line position, but receiver serves and defends the back court. There must be at least 1 point played between libero substituting off a player and going back on the court for another player. Hence, they cannot be on the court for the whole game. So, ito yung libero is, ito yung kahit saang position is pwede siya. Which is yung kahit saang mapunta yung bola, maaari niyang kunin. So yung suot ng or yung ginagamit na t-shirt ng libero is any colored, which is sometimes sa volleyball player or sa game is yung libero is iba yung kulay ng kanilang damit, which is para mas ma-recognize na ang position nila is libero. Then ball rules. Each team is allowed up to 3 contacts with the ball to get it over the net. If a front player jumps to block the ball before it comes over the net and it remains in the opposing team's court, that does not count as a contact. What does count as contact is when the ball is passed between members of the same team, and every time a player hits the ball, players cannot touch the ball twice in a row unless as a part of block, but they can touch it as a part of the same play. For example, first and third contact. The ball's not supposed to stop the player's hands. If it does, it is a held ball and this counts as a fault. Front row players can play an attacking hit from anywhere in their own side of the court. Back row players must not step on or in the front of the attack line when they play an attacking shot or a block. However, back row players can play from the front of the attack line if the ball is below the level of the top of the net. If the ball hits the net from serving and does not go over, it is fault against the serving side, and they would lose position. The ball is allowed to hit the net during a serve if it goes over the net. If the ball hits the net and goes over during the course of rally or play continues, the ball can be hit from off the court, providing it has not hit the ground before the player hits. The ball must always be played with a part of the body above and including the knees. If two players on opposing teams both touch the ball at the same time and the ball stay in play, the receiving team are allowed 3 more contacts. However, if the ball goes out of the play, then the serving team have played a ball out fault. A team can hit the ball into the net and still play it, as long as they stop the ball from hitting the ground and they have enough contacts left to play it. So, okay, hanggang doon na lang. Thank you.